Won't believe how this nurse turned homeschool mom transformed her life. Warning: this story contains laughter, tears, and mind blowing revelations that will make you question everything you thought you knew about education. Now, let me take you on a journey that's part miracle, part comedy, and all heart. Looking back, I can't help but smile at how far we've come. I remember those stressful weeks of tutoring for the grammar school admission exam. The pressure, the frustration, the tears, like literally, murag yun ka ng typical Filipino tinudluan na murag torture, lols. It does feel like a lifetime ago. Now, as I sit here helping my daughter with her decimal division, I'm filled with a sense of peace and joy I never thought possible. Sure, these problems might seem easy to me, but I've learned to see them through her eyes. She's not quite 13 and I'm nearing 40. Our perspectives are bound to be different, and that's okay. You know, if you knew me when I was younger, you'd laugh at the idea of me becoming any kind of teacher. Teaching was so far off my radar that it might as well have been on another planet. When I qualified as a nurse in the Philippines, there was this well trodden path into becoming a clinical instructor. It was tempting for many. Kay dakog sweldo, easier than being a nurse on the floor, and it's a respected position. But me, I couldn't run away fast enough. The thought of standing in front of a class, explaining things, dealing with students, it made my skin crawl. I was convinced I didn't have the patience, the knack for explaining things, or the desire to shape young minds. Let me stick to my patients, I'd say. At least they're not asking questions all day. I was so certain that teaching was not and would never be my calling. If someone had told me then that I'd not only be teaching but loving it, and teaching my own child no less, I'd have thought they were absolutely crazy. The best part, we're actually having fun. Gone are the days of irritation and impatience, sapot here, away there. Instead, we're exploring her passions together. Did you know she dreams of working for an F1 company? Well, that's her plan B. Plan A, Olympic swimming medalist, of course. How amazing is that? And it's not just about academics. It's heartwarming to see her and her papa connect during PE lessons. He may not be the academic type, but that doesn't matter one bit. We've realized that success, happiness, and fulfillment come in many forms, degree or no degree. This journey has taught me so much about patience, about understanding, about the importance of mental health. When I was still working full time as a nurse, I used to think I couldn't afford to be sick. But now I know that taking care of myself is just as important as taking care of my family. Homeschooling hasn't just been about teaching my daughter. It's been about rediscovering the joy of learning together, about finding balance, and about embracing each other's strengths and weaknesses. But you know what really makes me feel fortunate? It's the opportunity to teach her the values that I want for her. In a world where teenagers are constantly shaped by social media and sometimes questionable influences at school, I get to guide her directly. We hear so much about the challenges facing young people today, but homeschooling has opened up a beautiful space for us to address these issues together. What truly brings me peace is how she opens up to me about sensitive topics. She's not afraid to ask her mom the big, sometimes awkward questions that teens grapple with. Now, I want to be clear about something. Homeschooling isn't a decision we made lightly. It's a journey we embarked on with intention, and it required everyone in our family to be on board. This isn't something you can just stumble into. It takes commitment, planning, and often life changes that you never expected would lead you here. For me, the path to homeschooling opened up in a way I never anticipated. Before we even considered homeschooling. I had made a significant career change. I moved from the high pressure environment of bedside nursing to clinical research nursing, reducing my hours in the process. At the time, I was simply looking for a less toxic and stressful work environment. Little did I know that this change would pave the way for something much bigger. This career shift gave me something precious: time and energy. It's funny how life works sometimes. A decision made for one reason can open doors you never even knew existed. Looking back, I'm amazed at how different our lives were before. The kind of person I was, the hectic family life we led, homeschooling would have been unthinkable. So here we are on this beautiful homeschooling adventure. No more stress, no more tears, just love, laughter, and the excitement of watching my little girl grow into the amazing person she's meant to be. We're learning, growing, and facing life's big questions together. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.